dead before I said let's fight!
No! That's impossible!
By the way.
BT dubs is BTW. I'm gonna bust you up! Help, I'm not coming down. Where am I? Help!
Milk!
Chance got $5.
The champ got 5 on it.
Back where it came from.
Go back where it came.
Ah, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Go fast enough.
Oh, I tried to go empty jump low. Don't hold for me.
Wow! One live, you coward! Oh no, I should have done that.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. My name's Scum. I'm joined by Meshi, and welcome to the line
8th episode.
8th episode of the First to 50 podcast. See, you're on the ball today. I tossed you an underhand pitch, and I just wanted to see if you could pick up the slack, and you did. You're carrying your weight, emphatically. This is a podcast where I berate the guy across the table from me, and we talk about video games, movies, anime stuff we watch, and we react to stuff that comes out. And I guess we'll start with our weeks. And I'll start with my week because it was kind of uneventful because I went down a giant rabbit hole. And you might ask, Scum, what did you do this week? Well, I pretty much did nothing but play The First Ascendant and watch movies. And currently, the fruits of my labor, I'm currently ranked 62 or 62nd on the leaderboards for killing the Void Intercept boss, Stormhanger. I got my time down from 6 minutes down to 2 minutes and 57 seconds. The only thing separating me from getting on the first page and being a top 10 is about 40-something seconds. So, Meshi, I've never cooked meth before.
Okay.
I've watched Breaking Bad.
Right.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
I have watched Breaking Bad, yes.
Okay, so early on when Jesse's like, this is my art. I put cayenne pepper into my meth blend or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I felt this entire week. No one is playing this character and making content about Ultimate Freyna. I'm looking up, like, who's the nerd who did all the homework for me? Crickets. I have console players uploading videos of, like, I killed it in 5 minutes, and I'm like, you're not helping.
You're not gonna go back to the shed.
My single brain cell has been overclocked, and I've been fine tuning knobs all week, and I've been trying out stuff. You know, those catalysts that you have to, like, implant on your character and re-level them up. I've been doing, I've had Ultimate Freyna built for a long time. I've been shoving in catalysts just to try shit out. I've been putting cayenne pepper in my meth just to give it a little kick, and we've over halved our time. And now I see where
sauce.
it's my art. It's my signature. It's why people come to me for the good stuff, you know?
It's my Nintendo.
My methy way. And now I'm back to, I'm going to have to farm for very specific things to then elevate myself to see if I can start getting into the sub 2 minute mark. And that's kind of been my addiction. It's got a hold of me, and it's all I've really done, but it's been like really fun because it's almost like I feel like a pioneer, right? The Oregon Trail is wide open, and I'm like going across the United States, dodging dysentery and stuff as I'm making my wagon go. I've only played that computer game.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you, but I literally almost shouted out, "Oh no, dysentery!" right as you fucking said.
It's what everybody died of, or whatever. Like, oh, Graham got hit with the dysentery. You're like, fuck! One less mouth to feed. Thank God.
Put her in the stew. Nothing goes to
Um,
waste out here.
you know, that's protein, baby. Yeah. So I've been enjoying season 3 so far. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about it. I kind of just spent hours running a boss over and over again. Put in perspective, you get about 30 tickets every time you clear the boss, and it takes 300 tickets to buy the outfit exclusive to the boss being out. So essentially, you clear it 10 times, you get the outfit. I bought the outfit for like 4 characters. And I've only been running Freyda, trying to get my time down. So we've been on the treadmill. We've been pumping, but it's been fun. And I've played some Street Fighter 6. I've gotten back into ranked. I didn't know this. I had to replace into master. Like, you have to do a match, and then it places you back in. And I've been in the 1500 range, which is kind of like where you start. Typically, you either enter into master rank, and if you don't know what you're doing, you immediately plummet and feed everybody else your points, and you go down to like 1300, 1200, 1100, and you just kind of like sink to the bottom. No, we're hanging on. The old man still got it, but I have a lot to learn, so we're gonna keep playing Street Fighter 6. The foot motivation is working, but that's, as far as gaming goes, that's all I did with my week. Meshi, what did you do?
So I finally turned on Secure Boot and got to play the Battlefield beta.
Secure boot. Explain.
So it's a Windows feature that basically protects your Windows startup from your from like having weird infected files or whatever. Basically tries to keep it safe. I had it on, but apparently I had another setting that wasn't properly. And to play the game, to play the new Battlefield game, you have to have Secure Boot on because they upgraded their anti-cheat, and apparently they're just trying to get ahead of hackers or whatever, so they're you know eh, hackers ruin their game, they try and up their game, hackers up their game, blah 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 blah.
So wait. Before you go any further, so if I were to suggest or ask about playing this beta tonight,
Yeah,
am I gonna have to change a Windows thing just so I can play it?
chances are it's already on newer systems, like, and I mean like 6+ year old systems have this on generally by default, so you don't really need to do it.
Okay,
Chances are
but
you have
I
it.
built my own PC, and I'm not a big fan of condoms, so if it didn't need to be on, I did.
If it
We'll
sorry
correlate.
sorry scum, this BF6 beta loves protection. It don't do
So
no one raw. Yeah, so if you wanted to play it, you'd have to.
I'm sorry, just if I felt you hesitating on the word raw, and it came out like someone who's never spoken English before. What the fuck? No one raw. Go on, tell me about it. So after you enabled this on your dinosaur of a PC, how was it?
I was able to play it. So, I don't know if you've ever. Oh, yeah, we did play 2042 a little bit.
No, we played. No, we played 2042. Never mind, I was gonna correct you.
Battlefield changes a lot every time they do a new one.
Mm-hmm.
2042 wasn't. I didn't hate it, but it definitely wasn't a step in the right direction. It felt like a game that they were trying to catch up to COD or
They were trying to be the Black Ops at home.
yeah, they were like, oh, that worked for COD. Let us do it. But
Mm-hmm.
people don't really want that in their Battlefield game, which is like, the weird skins or the super arcadiness of like just sprinting around and whatnot. They want to be tactical or a squad or have vehicles or
Large
whatever.
scale. Yeah.
Yeah. And vehicles in COD are always kind of weird for whatever reason. They just don't feel like they fit.
Yeah.
But they it feels like they got their shit handed to them with 2042, and in this game they were like, okay, we didn't hear no bell, but we definitely have black eyes and we're spoiling everywhere, so we gotta do something right.
Adrian, cut me! Cut me!
So it's a very good. I feel like it's a very good step in the direction. I'm sure there's haters for everything, but the graphic style of it far better than 2042. Like the main complaint of 42 was that everything looked really clean for all out warfare going on. And I was like, at first I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But then like a year into the game, they did a pass of all the maps and like dirtied them up and improved them, and I was like, oh, I see what they mean now. Like this looks so much better.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just picturing that guy from Tropic Thunder, the fraud who wrote the book.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel as though those are the Redditors being like, it's too clean. You don't know what it's like in the shit.
No, that's exactly what that is. We just have to dig shitholes and push each other into them. But no, the few maps that I haven't played on all of them. I don't know how many are out. There's like 4 of them, I think. But they feel a lot better. There's a lot more. There feels like in 2042, it felt like there was no fucking cover anywhere. You like rounded a building and you were just standing out in the open. This one, a lot of cover, a lot of buildings to go into. You make new holes in buildings that you can go into. Like everything just kind of blows up and falls apart now, and the guns feel nice and the sound is good. And I haven't drove a vehicle, but I suck at driving vehicles, so I don't put that burden on anybody.
Oh, you real American hero. You self-sacrificing patriot. The internet collectively thanks you. The only thing I want to know, did you kill anybody with the sledgehammer?
It isn't in the beta yet.
Yeah! Oh, okay. Go on.
But when it is, I'll add it. To put my piloting skills in perspective, I mean it's an older game, but it was Battlefield Vietnam, and I hopped into a chopper that was on a landing pad, and it just spawned in, and I somehow pushed the button to go up, and immediately flipped that helicopter upside down, and the blades were just where we were just immediately. I don't know what the fuck I did. That's the extent of my piloting skills and why I don't really touch vehicles in these games.
So I got Battlefield Vietnam with a pack-in bonus with a graphics card I bought back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember installing it. I remember playing it online and booting it. I blacked out and it was no longer on my computer. And now I'm scared that I was in that chopper as you flipped it upside down. Any other thoughts on Battlefield 6? What your experience with how's the net code, as they say? Did you have any disconnects?
To put it in perspective, the Battlefield 2042 beta was a shit show.
Uh-huh.
You could like jump off of a cliff and you'd hit the ground and then you just like gain perma speed and you would just soar down this mountain. Um, and there was a lot of other like weird, like just glitchy crap that kind of went on. And you're like, okay, well, it's a beta. Hopefully they'll fix it. This one, not so much. It's actually pretty stable from what I've been playing on it. Battlefield always had those moments where you're like, wow, it took me forever to fucking kill that guy, and I was just shooting him, and then you and then like you turn a corner and there's a guy there and you get hit once and you die, and it's like, what the fuck happened? I just it just like it ranges from instant death to wow, that took a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's just the Battlefield thing. Battlefield is the only game where I'm like, I go from when I play it, I go from this fucking sucks, I don't want to be in this match anymore, to woo, I did it, I killed like 8 dudes, and then like that cycle just repeats
The highest of
constantly.
highs and the lowest of lows.
Yeah, there's no like any consistent like this was a good match, I'm having a great time. It's just fucking why am I playing this game? Woo! All right, I did some cool shit. But they added a new thing, which is you can drag people that you revive backwards, and you can do it while prone and you can do it while crouching. And
Mhm.
that's like really fun. Like it's really like simple mechanic, but it's fun to just like grab someone out of the line of fire and like drag them back into cover and like revive them. And I'm sure some bullshit's gonna come out of that, but so far it's like one of my favorite mechanics they've added to the beta, or to this game, I should say.
Oh, there it is, the support. Look at Can the
Mine.
guy do anything like shoot while he's being pulled away, or is it just
It's just being dragged out of it. He can't do
okay?
anything.
Okay. Because my mind was already going to like if you get downed and like you have a certain amount of time to get pulled back and you could still shoot. I was I was wondering like how are they gonna like stack up into squads of 2 and let the first person die and then like
Drag him backwards.
Are the different classes all available?
Yeah, so all the classes are back. Um the you can still use, like, I think they're making it so you can still use any gun as a class, but like each class has like their own perks for certain guns, so it's
Mhm.
like more beneficial to use them. Um so I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm like, at the same time, I don't care.
Yeah, I guess it could avoid the thing of like having to swap off of like, oh, I want to play this kind of class, but now we're in this map and there's fucking snipers over there and I can't really do anything. I guess that could kind of like alleviate like shitty matchups like that, I guess. Where it's like
Yeah.
instead of having to just completely swap off of a class to go to like, well, fuck that guy. I'm gonna we're gonna meet in I'm trying to think of a sniper movie. Bradley Cooper's what movie was he in?
Shit. Oh my god, I know this. I can't. The front enemy. Enemy at the gate. Enemy at the gates.
No, it was
Um,
that sniper guy and he like got home and had rough life and then he get shot at
oh,
a shooting range.
wasn't it called American Sniper or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I think that was it. It was real generic like that. Yeah.
Um.
Anyways, I digress. What class did you gravitate to? What do you like playing?
So I always tend to gravitate towards anti tank. Mostly because, like, when I'm running around and then like a tank shows up, I'm like, well, this fucking sucks, and then I have to like go somewhere else because I have no way to deal with it. So it's better to just run around with a rocket launcher class or a C4 class. But they change every Battlefield game feels like they change who gets the rocket launcher,
Mhm.
or who's the medic. Like Assault used to be the medic, and then they made medic a separate class again, and now support now supports are the medics, where they used to just be like the ammo providers, and now there's engineers. So probably support, because I like big MG guns that you can just mount and then just fire, and healing's always fun.
You like feeling helpful, don't you?
I do, but it's also really fucking stressful because there's a lot of like people yelling out revive, and it's like, I can't go over there. I can't go over there. Stop yelling at me. There's a tank in the road.
Help!
I'm dying, please. They blew my legs off. I can't fix that.
Messi, I can't feel my legs.
Well, good news is because you don't have any.
I would. But does my cock still work? Marco
feel that?
Polio. If you get that reference, bless your heart for watching that entire movie. We did. Any other thoughts on Battlefield 6?
They added a new which they haven't done before, which is like a customize your gun thing. So it's kind of like COD's. I don't know if you've ever seen COD's weapon equip loadout thing, but like before, Battlefield usually is very simple in what you can equip to your weapon. It's usually magazine, barrel, sight.
Okay.
That's usually what it is. This one, it's laser sight. Well, it depends on the gun, but barrel, muzzle, sight, magazine, pretty much all around the gun, whatever you can equip to it. And then there's like a resource system. So equipping like an extended magazine costs more resource. So it's balancing that. So that'll be interesting to see how they make that work properly without like everyone just doing one thing.
They're gonna find it, and the one guy's gonna be on YouTube, and he's gonna be like, "For this gun, this is whatever," and everybody's gonna be like, oh, "Write it down," and fucking flip to it. So yeah, balancing that's gonna be kind of. I thought you were gonna go off on like a customization, like hanging charms off of a bunch of stuff and whatnot. And I was about to get angry. Like, well, back in my day, when I was a man playing Counter-Strike 1.6, you wanted a different gun, you had to mod it yourself, but drag the file over. The other thing too is I want so desperately for that sledgehammer to be there, because I can't tell you when. So in competitive Counter-Strike, essentially the most embarrassing thing you could do is knife somebody from behind.
Oh yeah.
Which is the Ep.8 equivalent of like fucking their mother. And I feel as though that's what that sledgehammer is going to be to me. And if I can cold clock someone in the back of the head and rattle their brain, it's going to give me a satisfaction that I don't know I've experienced in a long time.
Oh man, I'm hoping they bring back, because like Battlefield 1, they like they did a lot with melee weapons because they wanted to emulate that a lot, and so you could like meat cleaver someone in the in the back, and like they had like war picks, you'd hit them in the side of they had like a lot of variety. So yeah. I'm hoping that they just make hitting someone with that fucking sledgehammer just really violent and gruesome.
I want the equivalent of like Acme, like who killed Roger Rabbit, eyeballs popping out of their head as soon as I tee off on the back of their helmet. Anyways, sorry. I felt something in my soul when I saw that sledgehammer. I was like, I need to beat someone to death with that.
I'm sure someone will make a custom game where it's like sledgehammers only. It's just a bunch of fucking idiots running around trying to beat each other to death with a sledgehammer.
I beat my meat. What do you think I'm going to do to you?
Oh shit.
Oh. Any other thoughts on Battlefield 6 and your overall experience with the beta so far?
No, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a while since I've had this much fun with Battlefield. So hoping it'll keep that hype.
Here's hoping. Did you play any other video games this week, or has that been the extent of your?
That has been my extent.
So I guess we'll move into the next portion of our podcast where we talk about the things we've watched. And our loyal watcher and listener Justin asked about this last week, which was Alien Earth. 2 episodes of this are out now,
Yes.
and you are reporting live from just having witnessed both of these episodes.
That is correct.
How'd you feel about it?
So it's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like, because I haven't seen any of the trailers. I just saw Alien Earth. I was expecting like a 2025 aliens somehow made their way to Earth kind of thing, and it was just going to go off of that, kind of like a zombie outbreak show, but with aliens.
Didn't they leave off on that idea at the end of 4?
Yeah, basically yes. But in
Mhm.
4, I think it was further into the future,
Mhm.
and like 4's Earth was like decimated. It was dead, basically, from what I recall.
Okay, so when does this take place?
2142 or something like that. I think it shows it in the trailer when it takes place. So it's kind of, and they explain that there's like 3 major companies that rule the world, which is Wayland Yutani, and then 2 others which I don't remember the fucking name of, and then there's a 4th upstart which is called Prodigy. It's made by some really genius fucking kid. He's not a kid, he's just like maybe 25 or something like that. He's an upstart, but he's like brilliant, kind of whatever.
Brilliant. Yes.
But it opens up in classic alien horror, with the ship carrying all of like the alien, and it doesn't have just alien stuff. It has a bunch of different species from around. It's like a collection ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a show that's going to slowly show how the outbreak happened onto the ship. It gives like a few like clips of like the aftermath of it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna have like flashbacks of the crew dying horrifically, because there's like parts of bodies just scattered all over the ship, and like weird things have gotten out. It doesn't show what the outbreak is. There's a really weird there's 2 really weird things, and I can't tell if he's a synthetic. I think he is, but he's like an Asian man synthetic who's like bald, and he's kind of chunky, so I'm like, is he a synthetic? But he's the only one out of the cryopods when they're flying through space, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But then he's like obsessing over the women on the ship, like he's spending hours just staring at them frozen in suspended animation, just longingly looking at them, like. And I'm just like, that's really weird. And the worst part is that they know he does it, because they bring it up when he when they come out of cryo sleep. He's like, were you watching us again? And he's like, no, he hasn't been watching you guys, because we talked to him about that. But they're like, I don't know.
The sussy side I just
Yeah, so it's really it's weird. I'm sure they'll explore kind of like if he's a synthetic, or if he's just the weird guy that gets to stay out of cryo. I don't know which is worse. But one of the guys is a cyborg, which I guess is different than a synthetic, because he has like I can't tell if he actually was ever human, or if he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger style, he just has like the skin of a human, and because he's got all these like he's got a blowtorch in his arm, and he's got like a blade in his arm that he can like shoot out and do stuff with. Um, but he's like the main character. He's the one that survives. He's the main character. There's like several stories going on. He's the main character of one. Um, Basically, he can't stop the ship from crashing. He tells Wayland Yutani that the ship is going to crash, and then it crashes into a fucking city, and it's really cool. It's
There's a cool
just,
shot.
it's a cool shot because it shows like the absolute scale of like the ships that they use, and it just plows through buildings. And it lands into like a skyscraper of a populated area. And so his story is the things are out.
Mhm.
He's they ran, I guess they ran into a skyscraper that was owned by the rival company, Prodigy. And
Mhm.
so they need, or maybe the city is owned by them. I'm not 100% sure how it
It looks
works
like the
in
city because
alien
it looks
world.
like it's Prodigy City.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that when I was watching it initially.
If this is the city that this giant
Yeah, that's
ship
it.
plunges
Crashes into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't realize that. So they're like, Wayland's like, oh, okay, well, we have to sneak people in. They're asking for permission, and the guys are like, no, it's our ship now. Fuck you. Sue us. While
holding bags of money.
holding bags of money.
Sue us, pussy.
Do it. That's what lawyers are for.
Ooh.
So he's kind of on his own, and he needs to bag the alien because there's one alien that's out on the loose. There's eggs and stuff, so I'm assuming something's gonna happen. But that's his mission. He's trying to hunt this alien down. The other side of the story is there's a search and rescue team that goes in that has the brother of another main character. So it's following them, trying to like find all the people in the building and rescue them, and they just get torn apart by the things inside of this place. Horrifically, two of them die. Like worse than getting like ripped to shreds by an alien is probably having all of your blood slowly sucked out by a tiny little like leech like thing. That they're handcuffed to a pipe basically, and they can't do anything as this thing slowly crawls onto them and bites into their neck and then just slowly drains them of blood, and they could just see it just expanding with all of their blood. It's like, oh god, ugh. I hate that.
That's mine. Give it back.
I think he says that. I think he says a variation of that where he's like, "Oh, you can't have that," or something like that. I don't remember.
I'm just imagining this thing like biting onto him and slowly getting bigger, and someone walks in and sees it, but it's from the backside of the thing, so the thing's just now like all cheeked up with blood. Anyways, go on.
So on the Prodigy side of things, the way that guy made his money is, or maybe not the way, but the thing he's trying to do is, basically, he's doing it for a weird reason, which is he wants to make someone smarter than him so he can finally have an intellectual conversation on he wants to be stumped.
He's looking for a challenge. He needs someone to challenge him intellectually. I can't tell you how much I relate to this character.
So he's designing a way to transfer the consciousness of people into synthetics. so they can live forever and have all these enhanced abilities and whatnot.
Yeah, have
Um,
longer
and
time to. Yeah, okay.
and so he's finding that the only successful way to do it is with children. Their brains have I forget what word they use, but basically they aren't as complicated or something like that to do it with.
Mhm.
So he's basically going to terminal kids who have life-ending cancer or in wheelchairs or whatever, giant brain tumors or whatever, and they're going to their families and being like, hey, we can save your kid, but you'll never see them again. And so they give them their kids, and then they do this procedure which they transfer them into full adult grown bodies that that don't produce, well, as they say, they don't produce like the hormones and stuff of a regular body, so they like slowly will lose their emotions or whatnot, and they're trying to fix that.
Mhm.
But it's like an issue. uh so this girl, the one that did it first, her brother is one of the rescue team people, and she wants to go and help him. She's like, yes, he's there, I want to go help him.
Mhm.
Billionaire guy's like, perfect, put them through their paces, let's get really good data. And they send him. um and, and it's the idea of you're sending basically like 12-year-old children in robot to go and do search and rescue on a place that is clearly just going to have limbs and bodies everywhere. And it's like, oh shit.
It's, it's the equivalent of sending in those Gundam kids in Thunderbolt out to
Yeah.
fight, and they're just fishing a barrel.
it's, it is pretty much that. But because it's real funny, because like they're obviously like they don't realize what their bodies can do, so they still like act like children. Like
Yeah.
one of the things was like really tiny, and they were just freaking the fuck out about it. Like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? They're trying to like throw it against the wall and like put a pan over it to capture it, and they're like they're hyperventilating, but they're like cyborg people, so it's like really weird.
Yeah, but it's still the
um,
mind of a 12-year-old to this thing.
yeah.
That's pretty good. That's fun.
Um, so that was basically the first two episodes. It ends, all as always, it ends with like a cliffhanger. So like the alien takes her and her brother have a moment, and I was like, oh well, he's either dead or something's about to happen to him, because they have a moment where she meets up with him. One of the other cyborgs blurts out to the guy that, hey, she's your sister, and then they are like, but I was told you were dead, blah 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 blah. They have a real heart-to-heart moment, and then the fucking alien jumps down and like grabs him and like leaps out a hole in the wall of the ship, and she's just looking out as he's being like carried away.
Oh, what a way to go.
Yeah. So I'm having fun. I enjoyed it far more than I thought, considering like I really thought it was gonna be like Covenant or Prometheus 2.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, here comes the stupid decisions and the blah blah blah
Mhm.
blah. But no, this so far, a-okay. 2 episodes in, hopefully better stuff, or at least the same quality, if not better, coming up.
Good to hear, because I was kind of nervous about it, and I was like, "Oh, is this going to be, whatever else? What's this going to be all about?" I might wait till it all finishes. I don't mind getting like play-by-plays and updates from you to slowly, like, and at the end of it's like it's good. It's like, okay, let's watch it. Yes, hello YouTube, indeed. And if you're watching right now, subscribe to me. It'd be really nice. It's right down there. It's one button, one click. It's like 1 calorie. Spend that on me, please. I'll make it worth it.
It's a dirty little calorie too.
Oh yeah, it is. It's from that muffin you ate. You didn't need it. The blueberry crumble one with all the sugar on top. Yeah, you didn't need that. It could be our little secret.
I'm just imagining White Goodman with the pizza and like the electrodes to his nipples, and he's just like, "Yeah, you're a dirty little slicer."
Oh, all right. Well, let's get into the films that I watched. I watched a 2025 film called Sight. It's a new movie that came out. Let's see where to begin. Okay, we have a story of a father coming back and trying to find a place within the home of his ex-baby mama and his child. He meets up with an old friend who gives him a job of inspecting buildings to be sold off. They make sure everything's up to code. They end up going down into the basement. They find some weird type of like industrial, like electric stuff that's like not typical in, just a regular kind of place. It's more used for like big, scientific testing and stuff. And they find this weird alien wall thing. And the guy starts having visions of like World War II experiments that happened on Chinese prisoners of war. And it starts intermingling POW camp footage with this guy trying to figure out what's even happening, and he wants to stop his friend from selling this site of land for a school to be built on, because he's like, I went down there and I started seeing things. And it was really interesting starting out. I was kind of on board. And then it kind of devolves into time repeats itself and you're tied to these people in the past, and if you correct the past and the mistakes they made, you can restart the because essentially what happens is the guy has a blackout, right? He's riding a dirt bike with his son, right? And he blacks out and he starts having a vision, and his kid runs into a tree limb and it blinds him essentially, and he needs like an eye donor to see again. Like a limb just like goes straight through his eyes and like he can't see.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's kind of, whatever. So they're trying to raise all this extra money by selling. It's kind of a sad movie. And then it started out promising, and I feel like it lost itself in the weeds, where it was like, oh, you're now tied to these people from the past. And one of the doctors who was running the experiment was like searching down and somehow found the people that were connected to the people in the past from the future. And he's like, you're this guy. And he's like, why? And he's like, you did wrong. And it's like, why? How are these people's lives intermingling? Anyways, they somehow whatever, and they start a new future where this kid is no longer blind, and then the movie cuts. It was an interesting movie. I don't know if I'd really recommend it to watch.
Is it one of those things where it would have been better as like a show because of the time travel and all of the different decisions and stuff?
Maybe, and just kind of how the characters intermingle and what needed to be corrected to set a timeline onto another track, I guess. Because it was just kind of like, oh, the guy looked at his son and he saw the son of one of the prisoners of war who he was trying to save. And this dad's trying to save his kid's eyes because they need to get a transplant for him. I don't know. I for me, maybe I'm not smart enough. I didn't make the connection in terms of like why these cycles needed to be correct. I don't know. It was maybe a little above my pay grade. because I just don't know if like in the end it would have like paid off, or if it kind of would have been like a Westworld situation where it kind of fell apart at the end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, we
Uh,
don't have a good enough of an idea to make a show out of it, so we just gotta go with movie.
yeah. Like, yeah. I was trying to think of how you could like connect it better, but it ended up being just like this old scientist guy was like, no, you're this person from the past right now, and it's like, what do you mean? Like, you just are, okay? Whatever, it is what it is. But on to more cinema. I watched 2025's Screamboat. Staten Island, a ferry. A bunch of New Yorkers are on a ferry, and an off-brand Mickey Mouse is going around killing everybody. And yeah, it's from the producers of Terrifier 2 and 3. You know how you always complained about guys in suits in these like public domain
Yeah, they're
movies?
usually just wearing like a plastic mask.
This is a lot more, okay? So if you see him, the mouse, right?
Okay.
They do this thing where they shrink him down prospectively, so he's like a little mouse, but he's in actual costume. Like you'll see him. It was kind of funny. I kind of enjoyed it, and it was
So
this whole.
what? Wait, so he's not like a full-grown man.
He's mouse
He
sized.
he's mouse size and he's murdering these people.
Yes, like
Like Mickey
there's
Mouse size or like regular rat size?
like Mickey Mouse. Well, no, he's like
Oh.
really small. Like
Okay.
So there's this wonderful scene of like, so the captain gets killed, and all the New Yorkers are gathered up, right? Staten Island's finest. They're like, yeah, he can't fuck with us. We're New Yorkers. And they'd have this whole moment, and like he breaks a water pipe and throws an electrical line on it and like electrocutes most of the people. So he finds little fun ways to like take out things larger than him. And his whole motivation is, so he was brought to life to operate on these steamboats or whatever by Walt Disney. They call him William something or whatever. But one of the ships goes down with Minnie Mouse apparently in it. So he wants to take over this boat to go searching for her. So it's a love story, right?
Okay.
He kills 2 like TikTok thoughts with a forklift. It's pretty great. While they're trying to like make TikToks and pose, he impales them with a forklift. I just had fun, and I think the extra effort of like dressing him fully up and like shrinking him down to be like running around and doing stuff, it was just kind of fun. Yeah,
More
rodents.
effort than usual.
Yeah. So it was just kind of a fun movie. His downfall at the end is the main girl dresses up like Minnie Mouse, and he just looks up at her, just. And he's old, so he can't see that well, and he thinks it's her. And then she beats him with a hammer. It's just it was just kind of a fun movie. I expected less, and I got more, and it's so rare that you get that. Yacher, it was fun for the whole film. There's a point where there was one of the rent-a-cops, and he gets pulled into a closet by his girlfriend who wants to give him a blowjob. And then, she starts, and Mickey Mouse comes from the top rope and chops his dick off. It's family friendly. It was a fun film. I think I needed something dumb, and I got it, and I was surprised. And then later on, okay, so chops the guy's dick off, right?
Yeah.
And kills him, and then he kills the girlfriend. And then there's a guy who's working, like there's an engineer guy trying to get the boat working again, and he's like, hand me this. And the guy's handing him fucking the other, like Mickey Mouse is handing him the wrong stuff. And he's like, no, I need an Allen wrench or whatever. And he hands him something. And then eventually hands him the guy's severed dick. And he's like, is this a... You know, it was just little things that were just like, they were on the nose, but man, it was just fun the way they did it. Oh, what else do we have? Okay, we'll get into, we'll do this one first, actually. I wanted to watch some Kung Fu, and we watched a Shaw Brothers film, which is The Crippled Avengers, 1978's best. This is a sequel to The Five Deadly Venoms. So essentially, the story is one of the deadly venoms, I think it's number 2, his wife and kid right here. Well, the wife gets killed. She gets her legs cut off. It's kind of horrific, like literally just a full on just, and she's just off at the legs. She bleeds out and dies. They chop the kid's arms off. All right. And the second deadly venom guy comes home and he finds the guys. He's like, oh, what have you done? And he kills the guys, Kung Fu style, right? He's like, I'm going to use this technique. And he fucking takes all the guys out. And they save the son's life. And they give him iron arms. And he's like, I'm going to teach you to be the coolest guy ever, despite your disability, right?
Okay, yeah.
So he grows up to be a man. This man, and he's got these iron hands. All right. So they have a chip on their shoulder, and they start going around and crippling people who wrong them. Like there's this guy or whatever who's just like this blacksmith's at the same restaurant. He's like, why are those guys acting like assholes? I'm not scared of you. They end up muting him with like a Quentin Tarantino, like, you know, Kill Bill, like hand gesture thing, whatever. And no. They give him tea and he's mute, and then they slap the sides of his head and make him deaf, so he's mute and deaf. They come across another guy who's rude to him outside of a shop, and they cut his legs off. And, who's the other? And then another guy wrongs the iron arms guy, and he pokes his eyes, Three Stooges style, and blinds him.
So can I ask? Are they like functioning iron hands? Or are they like Hulk gloves where you can't do anything other than punch?
No, he can like move the fingers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like he grows up and he learns, because he's a kid, right? And he learns to operate, because first they're just like actual like Hulk hand. It's just like I what do I do with my hands? Like I can't do it. And then through the years they get better and better iron hands, and like the film starts when they show him fully grown, and he's like, yes, father, these iron hands are the best so far. So he can like move them like regular hands and whatnot. You know, they are. See him.
Yeah.
Right. See, there's his wife getting, and then the kid getting his arms cut off, and that's the guy he deafens.
Is it bad American dubbing too?
It's yes. Okay, and this is the last guy. All right.
Okay.
Me and Milk are watching this movie, and I'm like, they got one guy deaf and mute. They blind another guy. They cut off this guy's legs. What do they got to do to this guy? They squeeze his head till he's retarded. They make him dumb. They squeeze his head until he's like, yeah.
Oh my god.
And so these crippled Avengers get rounded up, and they get trained for years. And so they're learning how to like fight with their disability, right?
Right.
So this guy, they're like, what do we do with this guy? He's like, hey, deep down, this guy's still like a kung fu master. Just lay into him. It's fine. He might be stupid. He might be an idiot, right? But deep down, he still knows kung fu. So they spar with him and stuff. And he goofs around, and then he gets hit. He's like, ow, your iron leg hurt. And he's just an idiot the rest of the time. Uh, Here's the guy get his legs cut off. There's the blind guy. So this old guy trains them for years, and they have like training montages. Uh, so this guy's
So-
blind, right? Oh, go
So
on.
wait, sorry.
Hmm.
So they go around and cripple all these dudes,
Mhm.
and then they go back and they assemble them into a crippled team.
No.
Oh.
So the cripples like form up and they find each other after they've been crippled, and this old
Oh.
master guy takes them in and makes them the crippled Avengers, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So the second Venom and his Iron Arm son are just assholes, and they're like, "You wronged us. Well, take this," and like starts crippling people, taking it out on like people around him.
yeah.
So this blind guy, right?
Yeah.
He uses his ears, and so his first training exercise are leaves falling, right? And so he takes these wooden sticks and he starts like shooting them through the leaves and catching them, right? It's all cool. And then the master starts shaking the tree and having all the leaves fall down. So you have a blind guy with a staff just going missing everything. And I know they're trying to make it look cool, like he's so good, he's hitting all the leaves, but it's a shot where he's just missing everything. And so they get done with their training, and they go to confront them, of course, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I'm just bracing myself for it.
So can I ask, who are you supposed to be rooting for in this
The
movie?
crippled Avengers. You're supposed to
Okay.
be rooting for them because the second Deadly Venom and his asshole son are literally the worst people alive at just being tyrants and crippling people around them.
So were you on? Is it initially like, oh, I'm supposed to be on this poor kid, and then like it turns out he turns into an asshole, and you're supposed to switch sides?
No, kind of. You're supposed to be like, man, that really sucks. Oh, thank you, Gotcha, for shooting that bot.
Okay, kill him!
I don't have the. I forgot about the video on this scene. Whoops. You're supposed to feel bad. You're like, oh my god, that's so awful. And then he's like, vengeance! And then he starts doing all this terrible stuff to these people. And you're like, fuck, they're assholes. And like the mute and deaf guy, they have to draw on his palm to communicate to him. So they all find ways to like talk to each other.
Okay.
And then they finally assemble, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, this is our chance. And they go to fight them, and they come across this guy, right? This Adonis of a sideburn man who's like,
Yeah.
I'll give you all a free 3 hits on me, each of you, and then I'll fight back or whatever. So the cripple Avengers, a few of them try to fight him, and they're just not doing anything, right? And he's just laughing like, haha, you're weak. You all suck. I'm the best. You'll never beat me. I'm fully functional. And then Iron Leg comes in, right? And he kicks this guy in the stomach and pulls his iron foot out, and his intestines come out. He's like, what the fuck? You have iron feet? And he dies. So the crippled Avengers are like, you're our ace in the hole, right? Keep those iron feet a secret. They'll be our trump card. The crippled Avengers go to fight the second Venom and his Iron Arm son, right? But guess what? They know they're coming. So they're like, okay, we're going to set up the arena for them to fight in.
Okay.
So the mute and deaf guy get there, and they have these, because his eyesight's enhanced, right?
Yeah.
They have these reflective, like, wind chime things, but they're giant. They start reflecting at him, and he can't see. And it's like getting Bandai Namco from 1978 over and over again. And you're like, oh my god, my eyes hurt. You feel for this guy because it hurts to watch the film. And then the blind guy comes in. He's like, don't worry, I'll help you. They can't affect me. They have giant drums set up along the side of this arena, and they start wailing on these drums. Meshi, it's like 20 times louder than anyone has talked in the film.
Oh my god.
So I am getting strobe lighted in the face, and my headphones are bumping off my head as this movie's happening.
Okay.
It was one of the most painful things I've had to experience watching, because I felt I was immersed, but it hurt.
Yeah.
And then they go through the fighting and whatnot, and they take care of business and whatnot. It was just a fun kung fu flick for the wrong reasons.
So can I ask what their preparation was for the stupid guy?
That's the saddest part. They didn't know anything about him. They didn't have anything. And ultimately, the stupid guy's the one who ate the Iron Hands to the gut and held him in place as the others killed the Iron Hand guy. And he sadly dies.
What's he like? Why am I in so much pain right now?
Actually, it's like, your iron arm really hurt.
No!
And you're like, no! It So
sounds
I-
amazing. I'm gonna be.
it was truly great to watch. I'm not a fan of Shaw Brother films because they tend to be very dry. They're kind of the generic thing of like, you hear people make fun of kung fu movies with like bad English dub, which I love. I adore it. With unsynced mouths and like kind of just whatever. They're kind of dry. This is a sequel to an older film, but just the fact of the context of the film, it was fun to watch on its own. Holy jeez, it was an experience. I'm actually in tears from. I'm glad I got to watch it, and then I wanted to watch a Jet Li film, Fist of Legend, which is about a Chinese exchange student in Japan getting bullied. And
Okay.
he finds out his master gets killed, so he goes back to China because Japan at this point has inhabited a certain part of China. Is taking over. And so Jet Li goes home to take care of business and take care of this giant Japanese general guy. We're going to watch the scene where he goes to confront them. This movie was just fun. Oh, it was so good. Some of the fight, the choreography, everything about it. The dub, it was God, this movie was so goddamn good. I had so much fun. So anyways, the context of the scene we're about to watch is the guy goes home, right? Jet Li. He's like, oh, my master's been killed. I found out through this Japanese newspaper. I'm going to go fly back home to go visit his, shrine and catch up with my dojo. And he's like, I'm suspicious. Something happened. Why did my master lose this guy, right? I'm going to go find out for myself. I'm going to go challenge him to combat. And I'm going to see if he was really up to snuff, because something's a little sussy here. So he goes to this Japanese, dojo, and he's going to challenge the head guy who supposedly killed his master in combat. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go, everybody. And the first guy, well, the English dub is amazing for this film. It's right up my alley, and this first guy, the way he eats it to the floor is just bliss. Anyways, cinema.
3, 4. Idiot, practice. Yes, sir. Dismissed.
I could only count to 3.
There he is. That's the man right there, boy.
Take your Chinese shoes and get out of here.
I am Tenzin. Where is Akutagawa?
Hey, you. Noguchi owns this place. Go!
I'm not going anywhere till Akutagawa comes.
What? Oh, come on.
Holy shit, that was amazing.
And he just proceeds to beat the shit out of these Japanese guys. Don't ride the dude.
I always love the good kick slide thing.
Oh! Ooh, wipe it off. Oh, the boy's clean with it.
Oh shit, this is pretty good. Oh!
So that's the end of there. Then the master comes out and they fight. It's a wash, right? It's a complete and utter wash. Clearly, so what ended up happening was the master got poisoned by the Japanese because the Japanese wanted to break the Chinese spirit in the area by taking out their master, so they could fully start kind of like ultimately at the end of it invade China and start taking it over. Yeah, and then ultimately it just comes down to Jet Li and his friend from the dojo going and fighting this giant general dude in a really long fight. And it's just fun. It was just a fun kung fu movie, and I understand now why I love kung fu so much. Especially that old dubbing. I'm just take your Chinese shoes and get out of here.
Take your Chinese shoes, get out of here. Sometimes the dubs are just special.
Oh, they are. They are. So that ends our catch-up week. So now at this point, we're gonna get into a lot of trailer watching and whatnot. So audio listeners, we're gonna cut there. If you want to come watch the rest of this, or just watch me and Meshi talk, come to twitch.tv/B_SKUM or YouTube /@B_SKUM. Links down below. Okay, first on the list is we're gonna watch this Shinobi trailer. I really like Shinobi. I was first introduced to Shinobi on the PS2. I don't know if you're aware of that game.
Yeah.
Very hard. At least I remember it being. Now that I finished Ninja Gaiden, I might actually go back to play PS2 Shinobi and the sequel Nightshade, which is like the female Kunoichi. Traditional Shinobi, like Ninja Gaiden, is a 2D, like side-scrolling kind of like platform kind of action game.
Okay.
So it looks like this game is a return to form. There is a Shinobi game on the 3DS that was in this vein or whatever that I really liked. So I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. I didn't play Castlevania. I played Shinobi. I thought it was cool. Oh, I like the art.
Ooh. Like that.
Ladies, one at a time. I really like these sprites. I'm gonna get you.
Why are you running from me? I'm just a big old love stone.
No, that looked really cool. Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious. Like, I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want to try to play through like the traditional old Ninja Gaiden games, like the first three, like on the. I think they're. I don't think it was NES. I think it might have been like Super Nintendo or the Super Famicom for the Nipponese listeners. No, that looks cool though. I think I need more Shinobi in my life. I'm glad that these things that I love are like getting attention and like brought back. Um, I'm curious to see what that. There's a 2D Ninja Gaiden game out, and I might actually play it. What is this? Dark Swarm. Oh, we've been playing Darksiders Genesis or whatever, and I saw this might be like a top-down co-op game, maybe. So I thought we'd just watch a trailer and see what it was about.
Okay. Always need more co-op games.
Yeah. I don't know if Bitfire's done anything before that I'm aware of. This looks more like Helldivers 1.
Yeah,
Did you ever play the first Helldivers?
I never played the first one, but I have seen like videos of it.
Yeah, it's more like top down like this and kind of like squatty like that. Well, that's kind of cool. It seems to be Helldivers 1 at home. But it looks a little grittier, and it looks a little more tactical rather than arcadey. That could be kind of fun.
Kind of reminded me of the Alien Firestorm team that we played. You know, obviously top down, but
Yeah. Yeah, we have
but
missions to
those-
go in and like open up stuff and like do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and you all left me for dead, even though I was only 5 feet away. We're not going to bring that up, but I will. The only
Oh
time I've ever
my!
been, only time I've ever been hurt.
You were so hurt. Oh, that was so funny. And
I went
you
back
even like
for you, and then you turned
went
around and left.
you. I didn't tell you to turn back. I tell you to keep going. So I run past you. You're like, I'm down. I'm like, what do you mean you're down? It's like, I came back for you, and I was like, bye. Ah, good times. No wonder you hit me in the back of the head in Halo.
It's my moment of revenge.
This is for Alien Firestorm. That looked kind of fun. I don't know what this is. Okay, so you know me and Resident Evil. We have a past.
Yeah.
The family Spencer quest. I love 5 and 6 to death. We'll get back to 7 at some point. I just need some prep time to. We'll be back. This is a Resident Evil Survival Unit exclusive cinematic trailer. I don't know what this is. We're gonna find out what it is together, Meshi.
Okay.
I don't think there's volume. You're right, Meshi. You ended up being right. It's a fucking mobile game. This is probably like. So. This is probably like that Walking Dead survival game I played. I bet it. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Okay, never mind. I mean, this is almost like the old days where we used to see like pachinko machine like 3D trailers for like video game franchise. It's like, oh my god, is this like a new like Metal Gear thing? And it's like, no, it's flashing screens for a pachinko machine, but they put a lot of effort into like 3D rendering stuff.
I remember those, and you'd be like, "Oh my god, a new whatever," and then it'd be like, "Try the
No.
pachinko machine."
Yeah, this is for old people to go gamble away their money legally in Japan.
Like, I've been betrayed.
Meshi, do you have any affinity for Warhammer 40K Dawn of War, the RTS game?
I've only played it like 2 times, so not particularly like, "Ooh, yay" about it.
I literally have never touched it. I played StarCraft and Brood War, the campaigns. I mean, you saw my RTS prowess in Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
But this is like, I guess this is coming out again, and I wonder if they've like touched it up. I guess with like the success of like Space Marine 2 and like the movie stuff they've been doing, or like the episode stuff.
Yeah.
I like how 40K is in vogue now. That's powerful. Have you ever had the desire to play the tabletop?
No, not in like the models and stuff are pretty cool, but I'm like, I don't have the time for this.
Yeah, Ray was talking about how long some of the like matches can go and stuff, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's not gonna take out a dreadnought, is he? Oh, put himself up and killed a dreadnought. Nuts.
I will win.
The Blood Ravens. I know nothing of their chapter. All I know are the scummy wummy Marines and our quest for blue women.
And we almost got our hands on it that one time.
So close.
Damn, their evasiveness.
Interesting. $30. Did we ever find out if they did? Are those extra missions in like? Is there any story to those other Space Marine 2 mission things that came out, or are those just kind of like extra mode stuff that got added? Do we know?
To be fair, I haven't kept up with it.
Neither have I. I mean, I enjoyed that playthrough. I think it had some nice fun moments. Yeah, I'm curious to see what we're gonna get next from old 40K. I wonder if the story in that is good.
In the Dawn of War one, maybe.
Cause I'm always like interested in 40K. It's always been kind of cool, but it's also like almost like you go on a wiki dive for a while and you're like, oh my god, there's so much garbage here. Not garbage, but like there's just so much. And then I try to listen to like 40K nerds talk about it. Bless that fan base.
You have to really find like people that are like interesting to listen to. Like
there's some like lore videos that are great. Like I've listened to like a 3-hour breakdown on how the emperor himself is actually like a linchpin keeping humanity together through propaganda and is actually a vegetable in a chair.
Oh my god, is he a vegetable? It's so fucking great.
And they try to make him imposing from this throne of like whatever, but it's like actually he's the only thing keeping humanity pushing outwards and defending itself. And everyone just has to believe that he's still there, but he's actually like he's just a vegetable now because you see some art of him and he's like just like schnoot, like you know. Anyways, it was really interesting and like
pain
and like the history of like different races and what happened with the old ones and like all that stuff's cool. So there's stuff out there. I'm not throwing him under the bus. I watched Royan play Dark Tide with 40K nerds.
Yeah.
And I had it on the background. I was like, fuck it, I'll listen to it. And listening to 40K nerds try to talk about 40K stuff. Have you ever heard like kids on a playground talking about like my dad's way stronger than your dad? Could like kick your dad's ass. No, my dad's cooler.
My dad could roll 3d6 for
It
attack.
it was like the nerdy version of that, and it's like they're trying to explain how things are cool, but the only thing they have to go off of is that it's cool. You know, it's like, yeah, his character, he's like motivating stuff, and he's just like cool, but he's like really like on edge and like a hard like person, but he's like really vicious with like whatever, and like he just doesn't take stuff from the chapter, and it's I was like, oh my fucking god, like can someone give me like a little insight, something or that.
Can I ruin? I'm either going to ruin orcs for you, or I'm going to make it really funny for you.
Yeah, you hit me with the orc stuff. Hit me with it.
Do you know anything about orcs?
Something about them being like, I think all they get like dumber as they get older or some shit, or the way they like multiply something dumb, like they just form out of each other or something.
So they are. I don't know really why they're called orcs. But they're a spore. They're literally that's how they infest planets. Is that they not entirely, but basically a giant spore cloud just engulfs a planet, and it basically plants orc seeds into the ground, and then they grow and they form orcs.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so tough to rid a planet of orcs once they've been invaded, because they basically are just constantly spawning out of the ground. They're basically weeds of the universe.
So essentially, it's easier to glass the planet than it is to try to rid the planet of orcs.
Yeah. But the what I love about them is so their technology, they don't really have it. They steal it and then put stuff together from like things that they raid and whatnot. But it looks like shit, right? Clumped together garbage. So it shouldn't be able to fly through space. Well, orcs are magical. Their faith is basically, their magic is based on their faith in it. They have so much belief that this is how this works that their combined faith makes it work.
That's amazing. We think we can. We think we can. We think we can.
So it is.
That's so rad. That's awesome. Because you look at them and they're like really goofy looking and stuff, and it's kind of the reason why I also didn't get through Space Marine 1, because I was looking at these guys and I was like, got Titus as a Space Marine looking all cool and doing all the serious stuff, and then you have like essentially like a cartoon character running at me. And that just makes it even better.
Yeah.
Oh. So, I don't know if you know of this game, Forgotten Realms Demon Stone.
No, never heard of it.
Let me see if I Forgotten Realm. This box art is burned into my mind.
Ooh.
Like I remember seeing this on like well, let me get it for YouTube. I remember seeing this box art in like at GameStop, like on a PS2 case or something, and like in gaming magazines. Remember we used to have gaming magazines? God, we're old.
I have all the ones that I used to get in a filing cabinet somewhere.
like I had a bunch of Game Informers, because I actually had that little the Game Pass thingy bobber card thing for the discount, because I used to buy a lot of used games and it was just cheaper. So I used to get Game Informer all the time, so I have a bunch of those. Anyways, this image is burned into my mind because I remember seeing it. kind of a striking all red image. Apparently this game's coming back or something, and they're redoing it. And I literally have never seen this game played or what it looks like. So we're gonna see what it was gonna look like in this relaunch trailer from 4 days ago. Computer enhance. Well, that's
They
Chris.
are two monsters, each plotting an invasion of our world.
Captain Picard doing the voiceover. That's
They
amazing.
must be stopped.
That is Patrick Stewart, isn't it?
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
I'm not gonna lie, this looks kind of rad.
Ooh.
Incoming! Oh my god, it's in that guy's mouth.
So is it like a remake, or are they just
I feel like they HD'd it up.
okay?
It's like, keep in mind, this is like its standard definition. I think they just cleaned it up, and I don't. Is it a relaunch trailer, re-release, proper widescreen borderless modes, full XPut input. Okay.
they're making, so they're not doing anything other than making it playable on modern stuff.
Essentially, it looks like it. Yeah.
Interesting.
You can control a party of 3 fighters, a fighter, sorcerer, and rogue. Okay. Man, I was gonna say if this would have been rad if they would have allowed 3-player co-op. I get it. They're just making it playable. It still looks kind of rad. I think. Are we easily pleased? Are boomers like us just like super satisfied with like, oh man, that's cool. There's a giant fucking troll and there's this giant armor thing and like. I think fantasy used to be cooler, Mishy, didn't it?
Perhaps. Or maybe there's just
Mayhaps.
so much of it now, it's hard to find the cool.
I feel it's watered down. We watched that Dungeons and Dragons movie, and that thing was garbage. I think fantasy's scared to take itself seriously. Is that a hot take?
Perhaps.
Mayhap? Okay.
Mayhap.
Okay. Oh. So anyways. Back to things that take itself seriously. Duckside. This is a early access trailer for a duck game. No, they have. Oh, it's ruined. No, no.
It's
no.
Rust with duck.
It started. I only saw this shit. It looks so cool. Oh. Never mind. It's Pub Duck. This fucking sucks. I've never been so excited and then let down all at the same time. God damn it. It's always something. Well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so a little lore about me. The first playthrough I ever did on my channel was for Little Nightmares, because some Blaze Blue people bought it for me and they wanted to watch me play it. They bought me 2 and I never played it. Shoutouts to Aaron and his lady, if you're still out there. I think I'm gonna play 2 now. The third game's coming out. The official recap trailer? I don't know. I wanted to watch it because it just reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, Little Nightmares. I forgot about that. The birth of the God Gamer himself, me. Together. Oh.
Okay.
Now we're talking. Oh, Meshy. Carnival. Puzzles. I'm not holding your hand.
What? The only reason I play this game. Take my hand, Scum. I'll pull you up. I will never hold your hand.
Slap it all away like Geese Howard. Falling to his death.
Scum, it's been 3 hours. Just give me your hand.
Where is it? I just need to see it. Where's this one? I'll just have in the chat. I love Geese. Mr. Goose himself. Anyways, fighting game lore. Yeah, gonna be us. We'll go here, actually. And the main reason I even watched that Mickey Mouse movie earlier is apparently this game's coming out. Called The Bad Cheese. And it looks like a first-person shooter, but like old-ass cartoony.
Mumsy? Where are you?
Oh yeah, okay. I've seen maybe the demo of this.
It looks kind of trippy, weird.
Trippy, weird, creepy.
What a scary, scary nightmare.
Disturbing, I guess, more than creepy, actually.
Gimmick. That's my roomsy. My sweetheart video gamesy. I love Creepon. There's my #1 show. A nutritious snack.
My Cracker Jack squeeze. Please clean the kitchen.
Mommy didn't have time to clean up before leaving for Salzburg. A task for Supermouth.
Neat kiddo. Daddy's socks need washing.
Here's our basement. Looking a little spooky.
Wait, is it gonna be a chore simulator?
Time to do the taxes.
Stay unseen. I know you there, little rat. You have to be careful.
Oh god, he's giggling. Yeah, smack that ass.
That must be Mumsy.
He's so fat.
Maybe I'll hang around the house and answer will come.
Never mind. I don't think this is the first-person shooter I was thinking of. I think there's a different Mickey Mouse FPS. Maybe? Or maybe it's the same game. I don't know. Okay. We have bad news, Meshi.
No.
Crimson Desert has been delayed till Q4 of 2026.
We have to hurry to support the Marquis.
And I'm sad.
We have nowhere to turn.
The Duke sent me.
So
We were expecting
Ready?
you.
I think we're gonna jump ahead a little bit in this. It was so bad, Meshi, I almost installed Black Desert just to play that, because this is essentially like the online like co-op RPG made by those people.
Gotcha.
And
When was it supposed to come out? Before they delayed it.
I think it was Q4 of this year, I believe. And then I think they pushed it back to like Q1 of 2026, and then they're like Q4 2026.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. That's quite the delay.
Yeah. Because the thing is, once you finally understand how to play a class and whatnot in Black Desert, its combat is, dare I say, unmatched in the genre. The problem is there's hardly anything to do with it outside of PvP, and they've been killing PvP. So, essentially they looked, of all things, they looked at GTA Online and were like, we want people to be able to go around in this giant world in like groups and do stuff and like go through the story together.
Okay.
So I was really excited about it, and it got delayed. I nearly installed. I still might reinstall Black Desert to play it. Oh, where is he? Actually, let me find, what's his name? What's his name? Oh, is the Stag Lord? Look at this guy, Meshi. This is a guy you end up fighting. His name's the Stag Lord. Waiting on him? That would have been embarrassing.
Oh, that would have been a die instantly.
There he is, Meshi. Look at this specimen.
Another intruder who dares to covet my hoard.
Oh.
I already feel such wealth.
Look at his little tassels on the horns.
So I swiftly dispelled him of his doubt. It seems you require a similar.
And his face coming out of the stag's neck. Anyways, I was excited for this to fight the Stag Lord with my friends. And
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. I mean, the combat looks real.
oh,
Oh shit!
he picked that guy up and the Stag Lord power bomb. Roll out. Bonk.
The combat does look really fun.
Yeah, fluid and whatever. That's the only thing I feel like they ever did right with their MMO. Stag, roll out! His little tassels in the wind. Oh no, maybe I'm addicted to Korean games. I've been playing a lot of First Descendant, and I think I just need more of it. Wait, you had options to do stuff. Oh! Oh! What a man. Oh. Anyways, I just wanted you to see the Stag Lord. His dumb stag helmet with the tassels just really tickled me when I saw it last year.
I knew it was either going to be like a giant muscular deer or a man with a stag's head.
Oh. Okay, we got 2 trailers to watch for anime. We didn't forget about anime. Don't you worry. Apparently, there's a new trailer for Baki Blood Arena. So
coming out again.
So okay, Baki. I watched episodes of the old '90s anime, like not the redone stuff or any of that going forward. the one where he jumps off the waterfall and he arrives because of the thrill off of jumping off a waterfall nearly to his death. Not a lot of people remember that. Anyway, so this is a Baki trailer, so I kind of want to see this. I did watch some of the Netflix one. Meshi, who's the Yakuza guy with the giant back tattoo? Who was like, he gets the back tattoo and he's like, I need to break this thing in. There's no scars on it. And he goes and takes out that dude is a G. I love that dude. He's sick. But anyways, so my Baki knowledge is very
Baki is a guilty pleasure because oh my god, it's a punch out game.
I thought it was an anime. It's a punch out Baki game.
Muhammad Ali, Kimbo.
Oh shit, that's the dude in prison, right?
Yeah. Oliver Unchained.
It's Baki.
I mean, if you were gonna do a punch out game, Baki would be the one to do.
Baki Hanma, Blood Arena.
September.
Never mind. So, my bad. I guess this is a punch out game. Well, that could be funny.
Oh man, the Netflix anime of Baki is so different than the old Baki is.
I want to go. I honestly just kind of want to go through all of it because it's one of those things that. So a lot of people, I love Baki's style. I much prefer hyper stylized anime. There's a lot of weird stuff where people are like, ugh, like the anatomy grosses me out or something, or like how they look. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? It's just I don't get it. Beyond me, but
some of those people have really weird faces when they start flexing, and it's like, what the fuck is going on with your?
I know,
with
but
your
it's
face?
so sick and intense and stuff. It's great.
I know. I get it. It's just really funny sometimes the faces that they make. It's it's the same reason you love JoJo for the stupid poses. It's like I don't hate it. It's just really funny.
They're not. Oh my goodness, Meshi, you haven't watched JoJo. Oh my goodness, they're not the dumb poses. They're inspired by models and Vogue and fashion magazines.
Okay, so the poses.
Yeah. Oh bless. They. Oh my god. There's so much. There's so much. I can't get into it here. I can't do it. So apparently, Angel's Egg is coming out in theaters on November 19th, which is what, 3 days from the recording of 2 days from the recording of this. Meshi, have you watched Angel's Egg?
No, I have not.
You want to hear about a film that is too art housey for me?
Is it this?
Yes, it's this movie. It's cool to look at visually. It is very much things on screen to interpret. Because this interaction she has with this guy at the beginning is kind of it, and then the rest of the movie's like silent.
I see.
I just wanted you to know that there is, in fact, a film that goes too far in the art house Lynch direction. And it exists.
夢鳥はどんな夢を見るの？あなたは誰？
Did that child just explode?
Meshi, I want you to know.
Yeah.
You now know just about as much about Angel Egg as I do, and I've watched the entire movie.
Look, if you've watched it, you don't know what the fuck is going on. I have absolutely no chance.
I gonna be cooked. I'd almost be curious to go back to try it again. I just remember the first time going through being so utterly just like bored. It's pretty to look at. God, is it boring. And I think that's a podcast, Meshi.
Well, yeah, well, we did it.
You did it. The champs reigning strong. If you're not following me already, subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. That'd be great. And we'll see y'all in the next episode of whatever we do.